Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. During a solemn gala held in Stockholm, Polish writer Olga Tokarczuk received the Nobel Prize for Literature for the year 2018. The gold medal and a diploma were handed over by the King of Sweden, Carl XVI's Gustav. The President of Poland, Andrzej Duda, wrote a congratulatory letter in which he emphasized the fact that this great achievement and success will take its place in the history of Polish and international literature. Tokarczuk is the fifth Polish Nobel Prize winner for literature. Today, along with Olga Tokarczuk, 13 other laureates received Nobel Prizes in economics, chemistry, physics and medicine.
The Swedish Academy would like to congratulate all of you.
As the official announcement says, the Swedish Academy gave credit to the Polish writer for her narrative imagination, which presents crossing borders as a form of life with great passion. The President of Poland, Andrzej Duda, wrote a congratulatory letter in which he emphasized the importance, beauty and the strength of the written word. The writer has been listed among the favorites of the Nobel Prize for years. Olga Tokarczuk is the fifth Polish Nobel Prize winner in literature. The Nobel Prize in Literature has been received earlier by Władysław Reymont, Henryk Sienkiewicz, Czesław Miłosz and Wisława Szymborska. Aside from fame, the Nobel Prize contains a cash prize, 3.5 million Polish zloty.
The Supreme Audit Office announced today their report and findings following an audit of one of the projects run by the Ministry of Justice. In connection with the improprieties identified in the report, the Supreme Audit Office filed a series of motions to the Attorney General's office. The opposition interprets this as evidence of a continuing conflict between Marian Banash, the President of the Supreme Audit Office, and the ruling Law and Justice Party. The Supreme Audit Office emphatically denies these allegations.
The Supreme Audit Office focused on an audit of the program of the Justice Ministry Work for Prisoners. The office announced a total of 16 motions to the Attorney General office, with half already filed and the rest in the final stages of preparation. If someone has any reasonable suspicion that anyone has a real influence as to the results of the findings of the agents of the Supreme Audit Office, they have only one option: it is going to the Attorney General. The context of time coincidence or external events coincidence have no merits in this case, because they just could not. The person responsible for the inception and implementation of the Work for Prisoners project was Patryk Jaki, back then the Deputy Minister of Justice and now an MEP, who reacted strongly to the Supreme Audit Office allegations. I am flabbergasted with those ridiculous allegations. It is obvious to me that the allegations are just a political game. As a result of the great program, the National Treasury lost nothing. The prisoners went to work and started to work for themselves. Their families have received alimony, the recurrent crime rate is declining, and state-owned companies earn more. But despite all good results, they see it as still bad. It is major nitpicking. I just do not get it, their reasoning. I simply give up. The opposition links the publication of today's report with the conflict between the Supreme Audit Office President Marian Banash and his political environment. The problem we are talking about today is that we have an internal conflict in the ruling party and someone is breaking the rule of silence. I have already pointed to the irregularities that the Supreme Audit Office presented today. There was no political will today. It is obvious that all of that is happening around Marian Banash. Firstly, we have to make public the findings of Marian Banash's report. Next, we have to bring Marian Banash in front of the State Tribunal and there will be no problem anymore. I do not understand why the Law and Justice Party doesn't want to take such steps. Politicians of the Law and Justice have been saying all along that the best solution to the crisis around the President of the Supreme Audit Office would be his resignation. However, nothing indicates that Marian Banash is going to take advantage of this option. In the report published today, the Supreme Audit Office indicated 27 cases of awarding contracts in violations of the provisions of the public procurement law for over 115 million zloty, and a dozen or so cases of lowering the amount of rent for industrial halls leased. Losses on this account may amount to 37 million zloty.
The Polish Internal Security Agency, or ABW, has prevented a terrorist attack in Poland. Officers of the agency detained a Ukrainian citizen who had recently converted to Islam. According to the ABW, the Ukrainian was planning a terrorist attack in one of the shopping malls in the city of Puławy, in the southeast of the country.
On December 4th, the Internal Security Agency detained a Ukrainian, Maxim S., who is suspected of preparing a terrorist attack in Poland. From the evidence gathered by the officers of the ABW, the attack was to take place in one of the shopping malls in Puławy. Among the possible scenarios was an attack with a booby-trap car, explosive vest or an automatic rifle. Based on the gathered evidence, the man heard charges from the prosecutor and was sent to detention for 3 months. Maxim S., who was recently converted to Islam, was preparing the attack Bundestag since October and was in contact with radical Muslims living in Poland.
Today, the new European Commissioner for Justice, Belgian Didier Reynders, ahead of a meeting of the EU's justice ministers, accused Poland and Hungary of backsliding further on democratic standards.
Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orbán this month pushed to limit the liberal dominance in the country's theaters. In Poland, the ruling party is locked in a standoff with judges critical of the judiciary overhaul the conservative government is carrying out, despite concerns by some observers in Brussels, who argue that it will undercut the court's independence. The new European Commissioner of Justice, Didier Reynders, stated that new developments in Hungary were troubling.
So I'm sure that we'll continue to work now in the Council about the two difficult cases that we have. Unfortunately, we have seen negative evolutions in the last weeks and months since the last discussions on Poland and Hungary. So at the same moment, it's important for the Commission to continue to use all the tools.
The Hungarian Minister of Justice, Judith Varga, responded by saying that the EU's attempt to put sanctions on Poland and Hungary under Article 7 will lead nowhere.
And we've been here for more than 50 months now, and this procedure leads us nowhere. It is based on false accusations, and it raises mistrust among member states. However, we will be always ready to defend Hungary, and we are prepared for today's hearing as well. Thank you very much.
Since Orbán won power in 2010, his right-wing Fidesz party has rewritten Hungary's constitution. Critics also accuse Orbán of having gained control of state media and businessmen close to the prime minister and the party having built empires.
That's the news. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for the weather, Poland Daily Business and more programs. But from me, it's have a good night and a better tomorrow.